All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving all praises and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect men pushing this word in all truth and in sincerity, risking life and livelihood in so doing, especially in these days and times. Okay, Shalom to the women and children who watch and who learn from these lessons. All right. I don't know. I'll think of a title for this video, as I have not got a title for these videos. But Dr. Claude Anderson. All right. So this video is not going to be a video talking about the black woman, all right, talking about the so-called black man, all right, or talking about your mama, no mama jokes, or this is not a funny video, okay? So it's not going to catch a lot of people's attention, but this video will be very needed. All right, I'm just piggybacking off of the lesson that I just did, and which was real education is in the scriptures, all right, basically, all right. But with this lesson, I'm going to go more into the importance of biblical education, of spiritual education. This is the only education for the Israelite. This is the only education that will bring you accomplishments as an Israelite. Okay. And as an Israelite, I mean, if you are a so-called Negro or so-called Hispanic or so-called Native American. Okay. A lot of you go to colleges, high schools, grammar schools, universities, thinking that, you have an education. Well, they only teach you the basics. And you're only going to get taught the basics in order to be able to function in their society. You're not getting a real education, okay? Because the real education for you is contained in the scriptures, all right? So I want you to listen to somewhat of what Dr. Claude Anderson says. Okay, this is that fish. You got to take the bone out of it. It's funny. A lot of Jake claim to be Israelites.
Progress. You're going backwards. You're going backwards. The only people, blacks in America, are progressing. Black people in America. You are not progressing. I've been telling you that now for 25 to 30 years, even when I was with the Carter administration going around the country. You're not going to progress. You're going backwards. You're going backwards. The only people, blacks in America, are progressing are those who are locked into a vein called entertainers. If you're an entertainer, what you're telling white folk is that you are safe as a birth control pill. There ain't nothing going to happen. You're not going to do anything for black folk. If you're running with a ball, joking, telling jokes, singing, dancing, that's safe. White folk, that doesn't frighten white folk. They'll get.
And that's the only thing that Jake wants to hear. Okay, Jake? Young and old. That's the only thing that Jake wants to hear is, oh my fucking God. As soon as you start doing the lesson, man, all hell breaks loose. See? And it's every time. I've been asleep all day. I woke up. Okay, I said, let me do to another lesson, man, and all hell breaks loose. But anyway, so one key thing that he said was that he was with the Carter administration, and I believe that's Jimmy Carter, the former president. Okay, and so and I said this before in a prior video, how, my grandfather, or great grandfather, he wore, slaves' clothes. Of course, my grandfather didn't want to be viewed as a slave, so his growth was that he changed his clothes, he changed his appearance, and so he wore suits. My father came up in a different age, so he wore more tighter fitting clothes, like maybe tight, what to me, fitted clothes. Okay, and you could say more dressier, more, he was a skinny man. All right, I wore loose fit, clothes. All right. And, the skinny, wearing anything tight, nut cutters, we came up with our own, throat chokers and all that. We came up, hey, I didn't want to wear that. Like I said, I would cry. I didn't wear, those shoes, that they wore. Okay. I wanted Jordans. Okay. All right. And it's just growth, it's just growth. I didn't want to, appear like that, and that, and now it's not growth. It's because these people who are educating your children, all right. So they're not educating your children. You're not progressing. You're digressing. Okay, you are digressing miserably. Okay. I mean, you're perfect in digression. All right. Look at Jake, man. Look at the black woman is utter fool. The black man, utter foolery. Okay. The children, okay, dumb. All right. They're not producing anything intellectually. Nothing intellectually. Nothing spiritually. The music, I was watching this movie, just a new movie, and it shows you how frequencies, how they use high frequencies. Like you could use high frequency to ward off fleas or lice. High frequency in certain frequencies to keep certain things away, and also frequencies. They use frequencies like when you're getting an MRI, and even they're using frequencies when they're doing certain surgery. All right. And the frequencies that they're using and, working with, along with the food they're putting in your body, is damaging you. Okay. You play this music. The music, no one's really, it's no real voice. Okay, this is no Sade, okay, voice. Okay, there's no voice. All right, it's a box, a voice box, and it's making noise. All right. And those frequencies that they're using, you may say, oh, that's not a vibe. You're only going to it is because of your stupidity. All right. Because of stupidity, you said, oh, well, this is a trend for people in your age bracket, when it's not. It's not creative. It's not even creative. It's garbage. Okay. And what they're actually doing, okay, they're following, like I said, I didn't do what my father was doing, nor what my grandfather was doing. Okay. But if you get 3 or 4 generations of people who are doing what their parents is doing, that's not progress. Okay. That's digression. The only people who can do that are people, again, these multi-trillion trillionaires, okay? They're the only ones who can do that. No, you as a person that's in poverty, you have to grow. So let me get some scriptures, all right? And I, man, this is a hard start of this lesson. Man, but that's just. And then here goes the devices acting slow. See? And this other device is acting slow. Slow loading up, but the battery's running. Battery's running. And now what I had set up on it, it's not even set up anymore. Oh my goodness. So that didn't work. So wow, did it close up all of my? Did this thing close up all of my tabs? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Okay, so let me get a scripture. Fuck on, man. Right. Psalms 34:9. All right. Oh, fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. All right. But that's not the scripture that I am going to get. But hey, you're going to see why I went to that. No. Okay. Proverbs 1:29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. All right. People that hate knowledge, they don't fear the Lord. All right. Let me see. Psalm 73:11. And they say, how doth God know? Okay. And is there knowledge in the Most High? Okay. So these people, they don't know that in the scriptures. They don't know that in the scriptures, all right, is the real true education. All right. But that's not the scripture I'm looking for. I can't, so much going on just out of that, just starting this. Hey man, hey. Proverbs 1:7. All right. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Okay. So in order to be able to get knowledge, period, you have to have fear of the Lord. And I'm not talking about what these people are teaching you in school. Okay. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. Where is wisdom? It's in the scriptures. Where is instruction? It's in the scriptures. Who's teaching it? We are. No one else. You can't go to the Christian church to get this. You're not going to get this in your Christian church. You're not going to get this with other Israelite groups. They're not laboring, all right, in the spirit, all right? Proverbs 9:10, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. So yeah, they may teach you this in the church, but you're not going to get understanding. You're not going to get it. The a lot. All right, Salaki about that. That's part of this. This journey, whether you're on the highways and byways or wherever, man, you're gonna get hit with Satan. He's gonna come with his barrage, and he's gonna use 2/3 of our people. So that's why this getting the knowledge in the scriptures and the wisdom and the understanding, all right, is essential. It's essential, all right. Hosea 4:6, it says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Okay? And again, like he said, man, the entertainers, even he's not in the truth, but he understands probably as an educator or whatever. Okay? He sees that it's, hey, everybody's not a gun-toting, knuckle-dragging nigga, man. Some people, want to live kind of like, with the Matrix a little bit, but you just see how destroyed, okay, a 2/3 knuckle dragging, Isha and Ray is, okay, repeating the same generational curse from the last four. Niggas still gangs is even gang. These niggas outlived the gangs. Gangs is over with now, but they come up with some more shit, okay. They not making no money. They dirty. They stink. Okay. Body just out of order. Okay. And still, and want to follow in the same footsteps. Okay. For the next, now they having children. The little children coming up, little nasty little motherfuckers. Like, okay. Who cares? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, okay, because thou hast rejected knowledge, okay, and so when we come and present this truth to people, they be looking at us like we got 4 fucking heads, all right, like this nigga preaching every time, this nigga preaching, and we can't do shit because he don't do shit, they get upset, okay, man, I want to do this and do that, I can't do it around this motherfucker because this motherfucker, yeah. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. So there's going to come a time when you people are going to need the Lord. You're going to need Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. You're going to really need him. Really need them. Trust me. You know, we pushing this truth, man. We suffer, man. We suffer miserable losses, incomparable losses. I don't charge or get paid for doing these lessons. Okay? Everything that we do, if you're part of a bigger camp, then everything is sponsored by the camp. If you're doing work in the smaller group, then you have to foot the bill, and sometimes donations are needed. But this is a great cost, a great toll. But Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai set up people from the beginning, from your birth. You were set up to do this, to be these guides and teachers. All right? Prophets, priests. Says and you have people who have rejected it. Okay, so it says, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. And just the other day, a little child was somewhere. He was shot. All right. Your children, they're still in poverty. This demon that I deal with, her brother just got robbed. Okay, her brother just got robbed. Okay, and I told the demon, I said, well, it's your younger brother. Why don't you let your younger brothers come hang with me? So I can at least put them in, expose them to the truth. But see, this truth is not for everybody. So she rejected that. And hey, they want to retaliate for maybe $1,000 pair of shoes or whatever. There's no need. Okay, listen. When I grew up, people. Oh man. All right, Salakia, man. But Salakia for that. So Hosea 4:6 said that the Lord's people, you Israelites, all right, and no matter if you subscribe, okay, no matter if you acknowledge that you are an Israelite or not, keep this in mind, okay? Because some people think that they could just step out of the ring. No, okay? Whether you acknowledge that you are an Israelite or not, you are the Lord's people. You're his people. And you are going, and the judgment is going to be set on you. Okay? And that's why, in music, what's this, one of the scamming ass nigga and a boosting ass bitch, that shit is old. It's played the hell out. It's dead. All right? It's come the fuck on, man. That's old shit. But it's old shit being, it's old shit just being repeated by a younger generation. So now it's just like, what the fuck? In 2 generations, all right? Because, you would have got progress out of the drill music, but now you got other music that's after the drill. It's even worse. I didn't, when we was growing up, we didn't want to be like the drug dealers, man. That type of lifestyle was basically force fed on people, man. Through Esau's Esau's policy to keep you His thing is to keep you impoverished, okay? So that he's able to control you. I mean, if you have no finances, then there's nothing that you can do. He has control of your finances, how you spend, what you know. This devil is not going to educate you to rule over him and put him in captivity. Okay? He sees how quick and how fast, you accomplish things in the world. Okay? These women, they're all over the damn place, man. Men, children. And the Lord said he's going to forget your damn children, man. Why did that just blank? My screen just blanked. But anyway, you're living in the ghettos. Okay? Damn woman, 5, 6 children by 5, 6 different men. Come on, man. Okay? Come on. You're not getting an education. A lot of you, oh man, come on. A lot of you go to college and universities, all right? And you think that, you are, especially the women. Oh, I have I have a degree in this. I have a degree in that. Okay. This is 1 Corinthians 8:1. It says, now as touching things offered unto idols. And yeah, these college and universities are idols as well. Yes, we know that idols are statues. All right. But again, these colleges and universities are people, they go to these places. Damn it, nigga. Fucking calling me, man. Fuck, what time is it? No, it's 5:44. Calling me late in the damn day. Then they'll keep calling. All right. It says, we know that we all have knowledge. Okay? Knowledge puffeth up. Okay? And yeah, knowledge puffeth up, man. Some people go to these college universities, especially these women, they get these diplomas. They get these degrees. I don't need a man. All right. And that knowledge puffeth them up. But they're going to need a man. One way or another. All right. And a lot of them, they get with an Edomite man. All right. Because again, they're puffed up by that knowledge. All right. But charity edifieth. All right. And that's what we're doing with the knowledge that we have received. Okay. Knowledge don't come from going to a university. Knowledge comes from life experiences. All right. Now, yeah, knowledge comes from the journey that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has placed you on since you were a little child. Okay. Until you grow up, and come into the knowledge of this truth and then begin to teach. All right, Proverbs 10:14, wise men lay up knowledge. Okay, again, so since we've been little, we've been, accumulating knowledge in order to teach from our experiences that we've had in the world. We're not teaching the world. We're not teaching you things of the world. We're teaching you things to come in the kingdom and what's to come prophetically. Now we could give you some advice on how to better, how to handle some things in the world. Okay? But our knowledge is not, we're not going to tell you what company to buy tomorrow, and that's going to make you, you know what I'm saying? How many houses to buy, how many homes do you want to be a real estate broker? No, man, we're not dealing with that. Okay? We're not dealing with that. Proverbs 18 and 15. It says, the heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. See, and Jake ain't seeking no knowledge. 2/3, especially these YNs, they're not seeking knowledge. The YNs or the little hoes or whatever you want to call them, man, they not seeking no knowledge. Daniel 12 and 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. All right, and we're in the end time. All right, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has opened the books. All right, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So we have increased in knowledge. All right, we've increased in wisdom. We've increased in understanding. But that is the 1/3 of us. All right, and the 2/3 of our people. All right, those who are slated for destruction, they've rejected this. All right, they've rejected this knowledge. Proverbs 22 and 20. Have not I written to thee excellent things and counsels and knowledge? Where's that found? Okay, in the scriptures. All right. Psalms 119 and 66. Teach me good judgment and knowledge. All right. Teach me good judgment and knowledge. You don't have good judgment or knowledge if you have not included Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in your education. If you haven't, like I said, put him first. Okay? For the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. This is the real education. Okay, Dr. Claude Anderson, hey, if you're gonna reject this counsel that he's giving, he's been in their system, and this is what he's come to tell you from being a part of their system. He's higher than you in their system. You have these women coming back lying. Oh, I got my diploma. I went down to Atlanta. I have a mansion. Don't got a man. Bitch, grow your hair. Okay? Where's the product that's going to grow your hair? You're spending trillions of dollars a year on wigs and synthetic hair that you buy from your... I just showed you a video how Moab is burning crosses. You buying supplies from this nigga. Come up with a product that grows your hair. Now you're getting implants. That was something that the Edomite women only did. Now you're doing it. Come up with something that's going to make your teeth white. Your breath stop stinking. Between your legs clean. All right? Make a man stick to you. You don't have that kind of innovation because you don't have knowledge. But this man, okay, Dr. Claude Anderson, he's an insider.
That now for 25 to 30 years, even when I was with the Carter administration going around the country, you're not going to progress. You're going backwards. You're going backwards.
But But you can't tell Jake anything, man. You can't tell these niggas nothing, man. Juneteenth, the niggas is killing each other. Monkeys. Okay, and then ultimately these are going to be the ones to start race wars and, be running up in your shit. Listen, for, no knowledge. Okay? So we are the teachers. I could go on and on and on, man. All right? The devils, the demons there, they want to, call and you see. But I'll give you a little, see what. All right, this is Habakkuk 2:2. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write this vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Okay? So this is plain. What I'm delivering to you is plain. This message is a plain message. It's out of the scriptures. Okay? It's, the scriptures, can be, read in English. Okay? We have the understanding of them. We're giving it to you for free. Okay? All you need to, really do is, read along, study and pray, fast in your time. And, now you have the understanding. And now you can teach. If you're a woman, you can teach, but teach other women things that are good. Things that are good. Being a good example as a teacher, okay, as a woman. I see some sisters, I see sisters and women, doing their videos and, they're modest, Then you see other women, they got the wigs on and, just worldly, just looking worldly, tattoos everywhere and, just showing the tattoos, don't care. But you don't see that in Islam. You see in Islam with the Muslim women, they're all covered up fully. Okay? Fully. Now they may do their little shit, but they be fully covered. But see, the Jake woman is just got to make it difficult, okay? Until, the Lord gives us that power for them lightning bolts to be able to pop your ass with one of them. That's what you need, a lightning bolt to just bust your ass. Blue glue. Okay? So, Lord willing, you were edified. And, the real education is in these scriptures. You're getting it from the apostles, bishops, elders, all right, of the men of the great millstone and those who are affiliated, all right, through the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash, all right. And that is the upliftment of the kingdom that's coming, all right. Scripture says the kingdom is within you, all right. And so we're running for that kingdom to make that kingdom a reality. Okay, in the Lord's grace and time will he reveal it, all right, and make it come to fruition. But hey, we're going to put it into the minds of you, okay? Now you have to accept it in your mind, all right? But if you don't, if you still accepting Babylon and you want to ride the Lambos, you're not going to ride them Lambos. You're going to, you're going to be in poverty. That's it for you here, all right? These nations have showed you, listen, you're going to be in poverty. If you slip through the door, you're going to be an entertainer. You're going to be, shucking and jiving, smiling. All right? Baby just died and you smiling. All right? Mama just found out she had, some type of terrible disease, and you got to smile and shuffle your feet and mammy. Salakia. The way they used to depict Jake was fucked up, man. Look at those cartoons. All right? I had Jake, the fat diabetic, and back then, those women weren't diabetic, okay? During slavery, they were big, okay? They weren't diabetic. They had a good diet, and they worked. Now you women are fat. Children are born with all kind of illnesses, and because you consume any damn thing, and you just mammy. And you niggas is you men. Cartoons, they was fucking you Jakes up, man. Showed you how much they hated you. Look at those cartoons, man. They put a lot of information in those cartoons. They have characters that they'll be, playing. But they have the man moseying around. That's how you be talking. Just look at those cartoons, man. Whatever they would be saying, man. It was just some, like, damn, this man's a damn devil. But Jake got a kick, in Jake's brain. See, the Most High put a spirit of sleep on Jake to where Jake just was seeing that, laughing like it was a joke. Now, it's funny, but you got to understand. But it's funny if that was coming from the mind of Jake. No, that was coming from the mind of Esau. This is how he perceived you. And it was funny to you the way that this devil perceives you. But now he's acting on his perception, and he's deleting you. He's doing scientific experiments on you like monkeys and rats. He even do it on his own people. He don't give a shit. That should let you know the mentality, the heart of this damn devil. But many of you still want to follow behind him in his path, his ways. And nigga, I get tired going to fucking work. Okay? Think I fucking want to work? Think I give a fuck if I had a mini mansion or a fucking 500 BMW Benz, goddamn it, parked out? I wouldn't give a fuck about that shit, nigga. That shit is nothing. But that's what Jake wants. That's right where Jake want to be, a lot of you. I mean, as long as I got a swimming pool in the backyard, man. My shit look better than Odell's and them shit, man. Odell and them living fucked up. See, that's the mindset of a nigga. See? Shalom.